So, as usual, this is Tidbits Randomness. I'm the host, Winston Dean. I always have two guests with me. Today I have Derek Kopswa.
Hello.
Derek Kopswa.
Hello.
That's an inside joke from earlier. He thought I called him Daryl earlier. And then I also have Allison Wojtowecz with me. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Thank you guys, first and foremost, for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. As usual, I usually, just quick for the people that haven't seen the show that might be tuning in because you know these people or you're familiar with their comedy. The format of the show is the first half. We're going to go over some random topics for about 30 minutes. And then I ask each comic to bring 2 random topics to talk about. And we just run the shit and just talk about those topics and see where it takes us with rabbit holes and whatnot. I think that by the end of the episode, people will have an idea of your sense of humor and they can take away what they want from it. Are you guys ready to have some fun?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Let's
and
get
as
it
usual,
on.
we have Brendan Lejean on the ones and twos. So thank you for letting us use your space. All right.
Of course.
So first topic. I'm black, so I honestly felt obligated to this be the first topic. We're going to talk about Cowboy Carter. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Have you guys listened to it?
Mm-mm.
You motherfuckers, it's canceled. We're done.
The whole podcast is done. Shit.
Well, this is going to be a quick first topic then. All right. Well, any opinions on her crossing into country or anything like that?
I mean, I listened to what was the single?
Trying to get y'all canceled. What do y'all think?
What was the single that she dropped?
Texas Hold'em.
I listened to that.
16 carriages.
Yeah, I listened to Texas Hold'em.
That's the only one I heard.
My impression was that it sounded like a pop hip hop artist trying to do country.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
yeah,
and
heard it
that's
too. I
and
liked
like
it.
that's kind of how I felt with Taylor Swift crossing into pop at first too. I was like, this sounds like a country star trying to be pop.
That's right.
Yeah, like I'm one of those annoying bitches that does not like Taylor at all now, but I liked her country music. And so I was like mad when she switched to pop, but like it was like the same vibe to me when she like switched from country to pop at first. I was like, this is a country star trying to be pop.
Yeah, but now
This
you
is
feel like
weird.
she's made the transition even if you don't like her as much.
Yeah,
You
now
can-
she's definitely a pop star.
Yeah,
So I'm not
yeah.
saying it can't be done, but that was just my impression on the one song that I
No,
heard.
for sure.
Taylor should have definitely transitioned to trap.
I think
That's where the money's at.
I mean,
I don't know. Beyonce just
at this
switched
point,
to.
I mean, at this point, there's no saying no. You know.
Yeah,
So, but
right.
I will say, I've never listened to any of like the country albums by Taylor. I've actually only listened to her pop albums.
Okay, yeah.
So, and I'm not a Swiftie by any means, but you know, I think she's pretty good. Yeah. I can get why she's popular. She writes really
Totally.
great songs.
Yeah, I understand it. Like,
But how
why.
dare we talk? We're supposed to be talking about Beyonce.
No,
We
I was
bring
just
up
making the
fucking Taylor
comparison.
No,
like,
I get it. No, I get it.
the genre.
We're
switch
trying to
stuff like
relate.
that.
No, so but one artist that I feel like was really good at crossing genres. I don't know if you guys like Beck or not, but like he was like his albums like were totally different. Like his first like 4 or 5 albums were totally different genres.
Right.
But he was really good at it. So there is examples of people pulling it off. Some would say Kid Rock pulled it off, but I think he's just fucking crazy. So you know, it just depends. He definitely has a hit in a lot of different genres.
Kid Rock is definitely Kmart Beck.
That's a good way to put it, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, branded, so to speak.
He's he's Beck for people who flip off colleges when they drive past him.
Damn, that's
Beck is for people with college degrees. Is that what-
You know what? I saw a study that said that the people, like according to what they listen to in average IQs, Beck did rank kind of high. So did Radiohead, apparently. Like people that are into Radiohead.
Oh, don't tell Radiohead listeners that.
No, right? No, yeah, you'll never hear the end of it. But I like Radiohead a little bit. I'm not like a super
They're
fan.
good for sure.
Yeah, they are. But I haven't listened to their whole discography by any means. But I do like their music.
It's good, but it's not fun.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Like,
So, yeah.
it's sad when
That's a
like
good
a
way to put
band
it.
can make Pink Floyd seem fun.
Damn, you're really like good at like contextualizing the legacy of that band for sure. All right, so we're gonna go to the next topic
And
because
Rainbows
you guys
is
have
good, though.
nothing to say about. I mean, honestly, I only listened to the first few songs. I've never listened to a Beyonce album from start to finish. Honestly, that's kind
And
of.
you got mad at us for not listening to it.
Well, you guys have homework, all right? Like, you know, like it is what it is. Like,
I'm
I
just
don't
not a
have-
country fan, really.
No, I feel you. Neither am I at all. Like you EDM is what you gravitate to.
I'm
or-
like everything that's like experimental dance music or
Okay.
like trance music,
Yeah.
vaporwave, anything that's
Weren't
like
you like
newish.
a regional champion or something like in Dance Dance? Like, what was like the level of like title you got to
Oh.
in Dance Dance?
I made a shirt that said I'm the DDR master ... in the fat division because there
Is there-
weren't many fat DDR players.
Wait,
when I
was
younger.
there literally a fat division for it?
No.
Okay, I was about to say like.
I was 13 with an imagination.
Fair enough. enough. So we're gonna go to the next topic. Did you guys see the news about the conjoined twin that got married?
Yes.
All
It's
right, Brandon,
all
can you
over
pull it
my
up?
social media
It's all,
feeds.
that's your algorithm.
Yeah, my algorithm loves to send me crazy shit. That was one of the more tame
Is
articles.
it kind of like it's like she's married? What's going on? With
Dude,
you?
I have so many male comedians in my DMs sending me the most fucked up shit every day. My algorithm is so screwed up.
Man, I hope they don't split.
Don't put that on us. No, yeah, it's. I wonder what is it. Do you know if it's the right or left one? Does it say?
I think it's
Go
the
to the
left
bottom
one.
of the page because
It's
they
the
usually
left one.
it's the left. Oh, Brandon.
Abby.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got in. I
I
got
read
into
about
this
it.
Story, yeah.
Is it fair to say that the left one is the more attractive?
Well,
This-
she seems like she has more control over the
body.
Yeah, I don't know.
And the decisions, apparently.
Can we just go out of our way to say this guy's the laziest Mormon?
No, but like, how do you feel like if you're? I mean, I guess you got to be a team player if your sister.
I
falls
mean,
in
they're
love.
used to being conjoined. I guess this is normal for them. That's all
Yeah.
I have to think. Like, it's weird to us because we don't get it, but they've always been like that.
This is their normal.
You know?
But like, it is also like, do you think that he, for example?
Is he married to both of them?
Yeah, like how does it? That's what I'm wondering. Like, how does it
They
work?
do-
Not, he's married to only one of them, which makes it so much weirder.
So there's two
do-
social security cards that come with her.
Well, I mean, they at
Yeah.
least have like separate thoughts. One controls the left arm and one controls the right arm.
I read
And
about
one of
this
them
too,
is
but they
definitely
do.
the side chick.
But they do.
Yeah.
But they do share like internal organs. Like it's like their chest down is all one body, right? And then
And
each head
it's
just
only
controls
one-
the side that it's
Yeah.
I'm
on.
pretty sure
yeah.
it's only one vagina as well.
Yeah. And I
So-
think I read something saying that they were like, oh, they could have kids. Like they could get pregnant and have a kid.
Do they have a higher chance of also having conjoined?
I was
twins?
wondering that as well, but I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, good for them. They look very happy in the photo.
I mean, yeah, they seem cool with it, you know?
Yeah, it's just amazing. It's,
Is it a baby or a Silent Hill monster?
well, we're gonna move on from that topic. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like, do you think he has a fetish? Or do you think that's how it works?
Does that count?
Only if he keeps dating conjoined women. That's when it's a
Afterwards.
fetish.
That's
Okay,
true,
that's true.
yeah.
That's true.
Dude, what if he was cheating on them with multiple conjoined women?
Oh my gosh.
I
Then,
feel like
yeah,
that,
that would
takes
be a
so
fetish.
much time and effort. Because there's no way they're in the same.
Love
like,
finds
zip
a way,
code.
Winston.
All right. Do you guys know? You guys know Gerard Carmichael, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see the news that hit about him recently?
No.
Play the clip. So basically, he's starting a reality. Before he starts it, he's starting a reality show where he's just following the day in his life. And in the trailer, the reason why it got kind of like a lot of like buzz was, he's gay, right?
No, I didn't.
So yeah, he's gay, and he
Okay.
recently came out in one of his specials. I want to say about a year and a half ago, but
So I have a chance.
yeah, technically you're a married man. Derek.
I know.
All right, Jesus.
True.
No, no, wait. So technically, he was in the trailer. There's a scene where his mom's like literally trying to pray the gay away from him and stuff. So it's like clear that like it's a show that's following him around, and he's being very open and vulnerable by letting
Right.
people see stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this very first episode came out, and he had mentioned in his stand-up where he came out that he had came out to one of his best friends. Not came out, but it said that he loved one of his best friends, and it didn't go well. And so this episode reveals who that best friend is. So we're gonna watch the clip, and I want your guys' opinion on the interaction and all that.
I have an idea of what it is, but what I think.
What do you think
made
that
it
is?
awkward- It's because I told you I had feelings for you, and we didn't talk about it ever. That was like weird. I don't know if it was just too awkward to talk about or too. I don't know. Like it's just like I feel like you left me hanging out there a little bit.
Like when you said that, I think I replied with like something super mad, normal, regular, like
You laughed and called me a stupid bitch.
I did.
Oh my god.
I did. And I think I just like brushed it off.
I know.
Yeah.
So what do y'all think about that moment? I think have y'all ever like told a crush that like you liked him, like have been that vulnerable and be like, hey, I really have.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
they just fucking laugh like that. That's why I was laughing, because I'm like, that's insane
Yeah.
that he would just start laughing like that.
But it's on brand for Tyler the Creator. I feel like he's just
Yeah.
like he's always fucking shitting the breeze and always never really taking anything serious. It seems like, but
Yeah.
Yeah, one time I told a girl on the bus I was attracted to her. I wrote
is that how you
a
put
really,
it? You said I'm attracted to you. Is that what
Yeah,
you
I
said?
wrote a really long note, like I was like 14, just trying to be all emotional and shit. And it was like, I gave it to her right when she was getting off the bus, so I didn't have to like deal with it. And then the next day, she like gave me another piece of paper, and when I opened it, it just said "ew." Yeah.
Oh,
Whoa.
fuck. Well,
But hey, at least I put myself out there, like all the other.
Yeah.
I didn't know that by bringing up that
seventh
prompt.
grade.
I was gonna be. Brandon looks so sad. Brandon's
It's
just.
just sad for you, man. That's a bummer. It's a real bummer. I'm sorry that happened to you.
It's
No,
all
yeah,
right.
on
supposed to be
behalf
a
of everyone
comedy
in the- Yeah, all right.
podcast.
What the fuck?
It's
but
okay. I'm
that's-
in a happy marriage now.
But look at me,
So-
Brandon.
good,
That's
that's
gonna be one of the clips, though. All right. I don't give a fuck. That's gold. Let's get it. What a story. What a story. That's terrible, though. I'm sorry.
It's whatever.
No, yeah. Well,
So mean.
you have your queen now, and that's what matters.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Oh, so I was in kindergarten. I think I've told this story at one time on the podcast a long time ago. I'm not sure. But basically, this girl in line, her name was Allison, actually. She told me that she loved me, and I choked her.
What?
And here's the thing. Like, this is in Nebraska.
She really liked you.
So, like,
I was gonna say,
like-
like,
she was
here's
like,
the thing.
"Oh,
I
Daddy."
still do that today.
little do I know Allison has a fetish. No, so like I live in a military base, and my dad is an officer. And I don't know if you know the demographics of military, but there's not a lot of black officers in the military.
Right.
So everybody knows who I'm the kid of and stuff. So like it was a whole thing. Like, it wasn't good. But
Why did you do that?
I don't know. It was a visceral reaction.
So you
I've
You
never.
weren't into
I'll
it.
put it like this. I'll put it like
You
this.
angry
I'll put it
child.
like this. I'll put it like this. I've never touched a girl like in that way, like because it wasn't like a daddy choke. It was like a I want to hurt you choke. Because I believed in cooties, or I don't know. Like you got to put yourself in the mindset of a
Wait, how
kindergarten.
old were you?
I was in kindergarten. I was like 4 or
Okay.
5.
okay?
I was
Yeah.
like 4.
Do you have sisters?
I have an older sister. And here's the
That's-
thing.
yeah, that
Also, I was more
also-
violent with my
yeah.
So like
Especially
was-
if you have an
look, she
older
was the
sister,
homie.
you're used to being able to kind of like fight with her a little bit. I'm not justifying
No,
it, but I
you
have a
can't.
younger
Thank you.
brother,
Thank
so
you.
like
Yeah. So there's 2 of us. So like I remember around like 6, my sister's about 3 years older. I
Right.
remember like me and him holding her down and being like, it was kind of like a we're not gonna you kind of moment. We're like, look here, lady, like you're not gonna make us do what you want us to do all the time anymore. You know?
Yep.
So we galvanize the troops is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, like I will say, like upon like thinking back on it, Tyler definitely had a better reaction than I did. 'Cause that
yeah,
wasn't-
at least
that
he
wasn't great.
only laughed, I guess.
Yeah, he only laughed instead of choking him so violently. And what about you? We both told vulnerable stories where we didn't look great, but what,
I feel like mine are more so like I
I deny people.
no, it's like like someone says they like me and I'm like, oh, like yeah, I like you too or whatever, and then like a couple weeks go by and then I like say something really sweet and then they're like, never mind.
Oh, they just.
It's
falls
like they
off.
back off after a few
Yeah.
weeks, so it's
You
like
show too much interest.
yeah, it's more
Yeah.
that type
Yeah,
of
chill out. Come on.
it's crazy bitches.
Stage 5 clinger. All right. Well, yeah. So sorry for Gerard, but I'm glad to see that they're still friends. So that's what matters.
Yeah, crazy that he's letting that get filmed. Honestly,
It
That's,
is.
like,
And like
very
I said,
personal.
And like I said in the trailer, like there's literally a scene like where his mom's like sitting there praying with him, and like we want you to not be gay, basically.
Shit.
Yeah. It's,
Damn. No, I think one of the main reasons I'm like recently pansexual,
okay.
and
Yeah.
I think one of the reasons that like I never like really tried anything with guys, just because like I was in that curious stage, is because I always felt like what happened with them. That's like the best case scenario of it going wrong. If
yeah,
you're
true.
there's guys in the South, if
Yeah.
you get vibes but you're fucking wrong.
Yeah,
So I think that's
Very
why
true.
I never
That's
fully
very true.
explored
because men
the
are
gayness.
scary. Whoa,
Yeah.
crazy.
That's what. No, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, men are scary. Who would have thought? That's so crazy. I'm so glad you pointed that out, Derek.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, I was intimidated
honestly-
in 8th grade football.
honestly-
Fucking 10th
Not to
grade,
belittle your
man.
experience. I'm more so making
No,
social
look, I
commentary.
never even noticed. So that's great to hear. No.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well.
Yeah. No, that's actually like a really interesting point though. Like I didn't think about that in terms of like, yeah, a man who's interested in other men. That's like a totally different type of
It's a
violence
vulnerable space
too.
if you don't know if the guy's
Yeah.
intimate also.
Yeah, because some guys can just be nice and it comes off as gay. Kind of like how guys think a woman who's nice is interesting.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. No, yeah.
So yeah,
That's true,
especially
yeah.
if they're stronger than me, like the last thing I want to do is make a wrong
Yeah.
Right.
pass.
Yeah. And then
And then they make a connection with their fists.
yeah, right. No, yeah, absolutely. So you're good. Next topic. I saw a consensus that says in 2028, 1 in 5 people is going to be over the age of 65. As of right now, since 2007 to 2022, the amount of kids being born has dropped by 23%. The replacement rate needs to be at 2.1 kids per person for replacement rate theory. We're at 1.6. How do y'all feel about that? Do y'all think it's a good thing? You think it's a bad thing? Like, do y'all want to have kids? Like, how's everyone feeling in the room? Like, what's going on?
I mean, I think
Loaded questions.
from like a logistical standpoint, that's not a good thing for the country long term.
Yeah.
You do want to see a stable or slightly growing population.
For sure.
I'm curious, like, if the population is growing in other ways, like through immigration or things like that, like how is that offsetting it? Because so many people do come to America that it's like, I wonder how much that offsets it so that we still have a population that's
Overall growing.
Yeah. Because I mean, I'm guessing a lot of those kids aren't being counted either necessarily.
Oh yeah, this was. I mean, maybe when they become American, technically they're put into the census,
Right.
but like before that, they probably aren't. When they're like trying to get through the process of becoming American,
Right.
that in between time. But I don't know. Like, I feel like in about 20 years, we're gonna have to tell kids that we used to play outside in the summer, so that's not great. You know, it's getting. Like the weather is getting extreme. So maybe, maybe like a 50-year period of us, downturning for like a 50-year, like, like, let's chill a little bit. Also, I just feel like it's almost like it's getting to the point where a lot of people can't afford to have kids. It's so expensive, So
if they want us to have
if they're being
kids-
responsible about it, but
If they want us to have kids, they should start protecting them, for one.
yeah, that's a good point. I used to be a teacher. Yeah,
What's the point of having kids if there's no stable housing,
Yeah.
no stable government?
Yeah.
Everyone's turning into like awful internet characters and calling themselves politicians. It's,
Yeah.
I don't see the hope in having kids.
Yeah.
I've never wanted kids just because of my upbringing. It was very like, I had brothers way older, so I was
Okay.
like kind of raised alone. Dad
Yeah.
wasn't in the picture. Mom was always working. So
Yeah.
I think the idea is like the foundation of a family is kind of there, but I just
Yeah.
think I'd really screw up as a dad.
Okay. That's
So
very
that's my
objective.
personal point
Yeah,
on like
yeah.
not having kids. But also, if they're not going to do anything to protect our kids from shooters, like
No, for sure.
why should people want to have them?
No, I mean, that's all very great points. When I was teaching, I actually had a situation. It was a final year when I was teaching. It was like 2 weeks before the school year was over. And I taught 9th grade world geography and psychology, which was like, psychology was mainly seniors and juniors. But I had an advisory class that was all seniors. And so like the school was so big that there was 4 lunches basically. And so like during one of the times you had advisory where you could just 30 minutes just be in a room doing your homework, whatever. And so like this kid, like the principal comes in with a police officer. The police officer and the vice principal stay in the room with this kid, and everybody else gets escorted into another room. And like I'm like looking outside the door, and I see like them walking him out in handcuffs or whatever. And so like I asked the principal like, "What's going on?" And he's just like, "There was rumors that there might be a gun in his bag, and they found a gun in his bag or whatever." But like I will say, objectively, the kid was not mass shooter MO. Like he was wannabe gangster, like dumbass that brings a gun to school, like trying to be like, "Hey, check out my gun properly."
Would have shot his leg like Cheddar Bob.
Yes, exactly. Or like Plaxico Burress, whoever you want to pick. No, yeah, absolutely. And but the thing was, he was a senior and like 2 weeks away from graduating and got expelled for that stupid shit. I'm like, God,
That's so dumb.
quick
yeah.
way to like set your life back about 1.5 years at least. Like,
Seriously.
We had a kid get arrested for calling in a bomb threat because he just wanted to go home.
really?
He like did it from
How
a
did they-
phone down the road, and he still got caught.
I was about to say,
while
how
at
did he get
school.
caught?
I don't know. I don't remember how they caught him, but they were able to track it to him like by the end of the
so
day.
funny.
Before the day was over, it wasn't even 24 hours. God
Yeah,
damn.
it was like
They're
within.
good. They probably got some like people taking.
They made us go back to class, dude.
yeah, we didn't miss a period. It's like,
Yeah, the threat was at 11, and he was probably arrested by 1:15.
Oh my god.
He
That's
didn't
like a-
really cover his tracks
That's a
good
high
at
school
all.
it's like a
crime,
felony too.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
So he can't vote. He can't own a gun. Like,
Damn.
God damn, all
that
off him because he
sucks.
wanted to go home a few hours early. Did you have a co-op program at your school?
do what?
Co-op? Do y'all know what that is?
Uh,
Co-op. Maybe it's called
Could have been
different
something
things.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe it's called something different. Like at my school, basically, it's like where like if you are in this class, you get to leave school a little early to go to work, but you have to work at
Yes.
least like
Oh, yeah.
15 hours a week,
Mhm.
whatever,
Yeah.
during the like time that you're gone or whatever.
Usually seniors did that at my
yeah.
school.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so like can I do that? Like, what the fuck?
I know, right?
There weren't options. Is what I'm trying
He
to
was
say?
Right.
clearly on the dumber side, so he didn't have enough good grades and clearing his classes to be
Okay.
able to get that. Because that was usually like reserved for
No,
the
for sure. If you're
people
ahead.
who are like, oh, I did all the homework. Do you have more?
Yeah.
Like those kind of kids.
Okay, fair enough. So you just called me a dweeb, but it's fine. No, yeah. It's funny is they did it for juniors and seniors. In my junior year, I did it, but then going into senior year, I stopped doing it because during junior year, like I missed all like the after school fights, and I was like, I hear these fights are good as fuck. I can't. I'll work later. Like, you know
You
what I mean?
grew up in Austin?
I grew up in San Antonio.
San Antonio. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's so funny.
yeah. Where did you guys grow up?
Biloxi, Mississippi.
Jesus Christ! No
The
wonder why.
original land of
no
hatred.
wonder why you couldn't just be out here making passes. You should have led with
Right.
that. Okay. And-
Round Rock, Texas.
okay. Nice.
Yeah.
It's basically Austin. You know?
Yeah.
Did you go to Round Rock High School?
I did.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if you know Judson High School in San Antonio, but that's where I taught at. for 5
Okay.
years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So next topic. What do you guys think about the Baltimore Bridge?
Dude, I
shit was
almost
so
brought that
crazy.
as one of my fucking topics.
Yeah.
That shit was scary.
I couldn't. That's literally one of the worst ways to go.
I
feel
was
like.
literally like awake too late the night that it happened and scrolling Twitter, and I saw like the
Live
breaking at
reactions?
like 3 a.m. or something, and I was like,
Do
what?
they have a
It
full account of how
looks
many people died?
fake. I think it was like 6 were missing. Like
I
there
know that there are
weren't-
people actively working on the bridge, like people on
Yeah.
foot working on the bridge. Which,
I know
dear God.
everyone's been blaming the boat, but I think it was the Mothman.
You're like, hear me out.
No,
He's
I
trying
mean,
to tell us
I've
something.
never seen the Mothman, by the way.
it's all right. I mean, it has like Silent Hill
you
vibes,
seen
but
it?
it doesn't.
I haven't watched
it's-
the movie. No.
Okay.
You don't really see the monster, but it's got a very eerie vibe. It's just like
Okay.
one of those
Would
unsettling.
you recommend it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I wouldn't go.
That
in
was a
expecting
very
master-
tepid yeah. I don't know if I'll be seeing that one.
It's not one of the best
Yeah.
movies ever, but like for what it was and the time it came out, it was a nice little movie.
Okay. What's the next movie y'all hope to see in theaters? Go.
I don't pay attention to that shit at
You don't
all.
watch
I'm gonna
movies
be
at all?
honest.
You don't watch
I don't
movies?
know what's out right now.
Immaculate. We were supposed to see
Okay.
that this week, but my wife has a lot of work to do.
Okay. I want to see live.
I'd go see Dune in
late
theaters.
night.
Actually,
Oh
the
my
second
God.
Dune.
You haven't seen it yet?
I haven't seen it yet. I saw the first one in theaters when it was out, and I loved it. So
Yeah,
I want to
2
see
is
it.
awesome.
Brandon, go ahead. Say what you need to say.
6 died.
6 died. Oh, I thought you were going to say something about Dune. Like,
No.
depress the
I
mood.
found
Okay.
it was there.
I got
there
it
was
right. 6.
2
Yeah.
bodies have been recovered, and the other
Yay.
4.
I mean, that's like.
It's like
Okay,
6 died.
no,
That's
And
like-
you
I was
win!
Yeah, you
hoping it was
win.
that because like that's kind of low compared
'cause
to like what
if it was at
looked like,
1:30
you know?
p.m. instead of 1:30 a.m.
Yeah, like if you even watching the footage of that, it's like it looks like they killed dozens of
Yeah,
people.
for
So
sure.
like,
Yeah.
Definitely makes me not want to do bridges anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna grow wings.
Yeah. There's a
you're gonna become the Mothman that caused this
Yes.
chaos.
I'm the Mothman that just is really
comes
chill,
full circle.
likes bridges, but doesn't
He's gonna
fuck with
become
them.
what he hates.
You either die a hero.
I live long enough to become the Mothman.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So Shakira recently said that she finds the Barbie movie to be emasculating. What do you guys
They're
think?
fucking
about
dolls.
Yeah, it's.
that? What do y'all think about that? Her-
I think we need to stop having hot takes on the Barbie movie. That shit's been out for so long. Hot take, I never saw it. I don't care.
You did it?
Like, no, I told you I don't watch movies.
okay. What's the last movie you saw?
In theaters or just
Yeah,
in general?
Yeah, was it Dune? The first Dune.
Fucking probably. I don't
Saw
even
Doom
know.
Part 1. No more movies for me.
Literally.
This is
I
the
was
last
like, this
one.
was so long. Get me out of here.
You didn't like the first one?
No, it was good, but
Okay.
it was long.
It was long. Yeah.
I
absolutely.
literally don't remember the last movie I saw in theaters. Dune is probably pretty close.
If,
I'm
if
being
it's
really
not Dune, it's from the
honest.
last 2 to 3.
Yeah.
There should be more discourse on Madam Web. Just because of how much of a mess that was.
I've only heard. Did you see that, Brandon? I know that you like seeing movies even if they're terrible. So
No, that one I refused. It looked too bad.
Okay.
I was like, I'm not gonna waste my time going. to
yeah,
this.
yeah.
I was in Houston
I'll wait till
and
it's
paid way
streaming.
too much to see it.
Was it over $20?
It was $32, but that included free beverages and popcorn that I could just keep refilling.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's
But they're
kinda
forcing
And that's
you
a
to get
movie you
refreshments. That's
definitely-
the package.
Yeah. But also like that's a movie you want to be able to like just leave every once in a while. You can't stay
Right.
in there that whole time without wanting to like slit your wrists. So
Yeah, it's terrible.
have you heard I know
No.
you don't watch movies, but like
I haven't even. What's
Do you know
why
the
is it so
discourse on
bad?
movies?
No.
can you show her the trailer real quick? Can you just bring up Madam Web trailer?
It's got the most like cliched bare minimum dialogue in it. They're like, things are gonna happen and you need to change those from happening.
I heard half the movie is exposition. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Come on. Get your stuff. Let's go.
This actually is kind of good.
Let's try that again.
Okay, so this is like, oh.
Day after tomorrow. Every time she dies, it like resets.
They okay? Trying to save people who are running out of it. Until one moment
That's like kind of a terrible superpower.
changed everything.
That sucks.
There's a
Everything would take so long.
Maggie McTaggart, and X-Men. That's her power, is that she's always reborn.
I've been having visions.
But like this is also like resetting time or something too.
Mhm.
It just
Yeah, yeah.
feels like one day would take so long to live. I'd be fucking up all the time, dude.
You see that happen like 6 times. It's like
You can stop it.
ridiculous.
We're good. Yeah, like
Yeah.
apparently, like everyone. What would you rate it out of 10?
1
Jesus.
On Rotten. Oh, you would rate it a 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10.
out of 100. It's not even like laugh at it, bad fun. It's just like this is just a boring story that makes no sense.
Yeah, because
I know that she thought that she was going to be in the MCU when she signed on to do it, but that's like not in the MCU.
She fired her agents
Oh, really?
after doing that movie.
Damn.
And
Y'all
she's-
told me I was going to be in the MCU making a lot of money.
and the
No,
whole
and now
like,
she's getting roasted by everyone because it's a piece of shit.
her whole like
Jeez.
marketing campaign where she's doing plugs on TV and shit. She's just like, the movie's about something. Like,
Yeah, she was not plugging it
Sony's
at all.
like not happy with her.
No, yeah, she was not plugging it at all.
Dude, that's so funny, actually.
I think I finally liked Dakota Johnson just trashing her movie while she's promoting it.
it wasn't good. So
These people have to know when they're doing something bad.
No, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I feel like when you're on set, if you're around movies a lot and you've done a few projects, you can kind of tell the shit shows after a while. I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like where it's like, oh my god. But I will say, I remember Tom Hardy saying that when he was doing Mad Max Fury Road, he was like, this movie's gonna fucking suck.
Really?
And then after the editing process, he was like, I didn't see the vision. Like, I'm so sorry, basically. And it's like, maybe that's outside of the norm, but like, yeah, that's one of the.
And then he does Venom. And he's like, this is going to be great. I actually like the 2 Venom movies.
I've never seen them.
They're fun.
Okay.
They're stupid,
Unlike
but they're
Madam
fun.
Web. Unlike Madam Web.
Yeah.
Okay,
you,
so
you
final-
can have a good time ironically and unironically with the Venom movies.
Okay, so final topic. Diddy. What do y'all think?
Of what?
Diddy.
The Diddy.
The Diddler. The Diddy Mac. The Diggle Dangle.
Where do I even? Yeah.
PP Diddy.
Guys,
I haven't looked
This is
into
audio.
it.
We got to say something.
I haven't looked into it, but I heard he's very he has a
It's
whole
not looking good.
Epstein level
It's
enterprise.
not looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
am so.
He's definitely going somewhere.
I'm confused
prison.
as to
Yeah,
why this is all coming out
Now.
now. Like, I think I just always feel that way when something like
I
this
feel,
breaks.
I feel like the reason that the catalyst for this was, I mean, like, they were probably looking into him before it because like the fact that they did these raids, they have information and shit to be
Right.
doing that. But I think that one of the biggest catalysts was when that girl like sued him and he settled like the same day that the suit came out.
Mm.
Like that's like the
That's a
epitome
big
of
red
like,
flag,
yeah,
yeah.
like where there's smoke, there's fire here. Like you're gonna settle within 24 hours. Like what the fuck is this guy doing? So,
Yeah.
Where did he get this money?
Are you serious?
I mean, I guess he's produced a lot.
Yeah,
He
I
used
mean,
to have more
he's-
music videos and songs.
No, yeah, that, but also like just like whatchamacallit, what's the vodka that he has?
Oh, I don't.
It's
Label?
it's the one with like the little circles that are different colors.
Like the Olympics?
Can you look up
I
Diddy's
don't know what
vodka
it is.
brand?
Yeah.
Oh, you said
But I
vodka.
mean,
Ciroc,
he's-
Ciroc. He like
Oh, he
Ciroc.
does Ciroc?
Yeah, Ciroc. He
Oh.
owns Ciroc. So
I don't drink.
he's probably made more money off of Ciroc than he did from doing a lot of like those actors, like whatchamacallit,
I mean, that's a big.
Mel, yeah,
cash
oh yeah,
cow.
like Mel Gibson.
All
not
of
Mel
them
Gibson,
have.
He's like Francis Ford Coppola.
George Clooney. I
Dude,
know
even
George Clooney's like
comedians,
super
Ron White
rich.
has a tequila. Even comedians do that shit. It makes you a lot of money.
Yeah, George Clooney has like some vineyards that apparently like he has hundreds of millions of dollars worth
Yeah.
of value because of those. Like, so
Yeah.
I don't get it. Whenever people are like, oh yeah, it was made in the Cascade Mountains of Tuscany, like I don't.
It is. I would say, like, since you just said, like, what do you guys think about the Diddy stuff? I mean, we were talking about Quiet on Set before this too. Like, maybe that's why I'm like, why is all of this coming out now? Because it feels like
It's all
no
at
one's
once.
really over the Epstein shit because no one really got answers.
Yeah.
And
I
then
got
like,
shitty closure on that too.
yeah, and then like there's been whisperings about this Quiet on Set documentary for a while. That finally drops, and then suddenly the Diddy shit's also breaking. It's like it's letting the conspiracies go crazy again because it's like,
They
is
definitely
Hollywood
are.
really run by pedophiles? Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is
It
happening
is.
right now? You know, it's I think it's just insane to watch.
I will say, like, when you look back, there's a lot of people that will anecdotally say, like, I never go to Diddy parties, and just references like that. Where
Yeah.
it's like the vibe has
Something.
always been there that, like, if you know, kind
Yeah.
of thing. Like, you know that he does wild shit and, like, has, like, sex, like orgies. There's nothing wrong with having orgies as long as everyone is, like,
Of age,
and willing and
Yeah.
consenting. You know, if
Yeah.
it's not that, then we got a problem. You
I
know?
think
So-
it was him. I know definitely I saw like a Lil Wayne picture from years ago from like these elite Hollywood parties where a lot of like rappers are just kissing on the mouth and stuff like that. I don't know if those were photoshopped or if that's just how
Well,
they
I know-
are
I know-
behind
I know that
closed
Baby
doors.
and Lil Wayne kiss on the mouth all the time, but we're not going to talk negatively. We're not going to talk negatively about Lil Wayne. All right, you guys ready to do our topics?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, you guys seem a little tepid. All right, I'm excited. So the way we're going to do it is we're going to first start with my topic, and then we'll rotate to you, and then we'll just go around
Cool.
All right.
clockwise. All right. So my first topic, I was on Netflix, and I saw that literally yesterday they uploaded, or April 1st, they uploaded the movie Split. Have y'all seen that? I know you don't watch movies much, but
I know what it's about though.
okay, yeah. So
It's
have
the
you
Shamalama Ding Dong movie.
yes. Have you seen Unbreakable now? Okay. Well, for me, seeing Split for me in theaters was one of the coolest, like, memorable movie experiences for me. I'm a cinephile. And the reason that is because I love Unbreakable, that movie. And the way that Split works out is that you realize it's in the Unbreakable universe in the last 2 minutes of the movie, basically. And so, like, when that happened, I was like, oh, shit, like, this is so dope. And, like, literally, like, immediately it was announced the final movie was going to be made for, like, to make it a trilogy. And I was like, literally, like, if this movie is just a solid 7 out of 10, this is good. You could, if you're one of those, like, avant-garde people, you can argue that this is the best, like movie hero movie trilogy of all time, right? That movie was a sack of dicks. All right, the last movie was fucking trash. So
yeah.
you agree, right? Like, it was,
I read like a summary of it because everyone said Split was so good.
Yeah.
And then I saw it was like a quarter of the good ratings for the next movie, and I was like,
What's the next one called?
Glass.
Yeah.
Glass.
Because, like, the first movie,
Oh, that
basically,
makes sense.
Mr. Glass, yeah, like, do you know about the reveal in the first movie, Unbreakable?
No.
So basically, like, the whole movie, like, he's in a train accident, everybody else dies, he's not even scratched, and so, like, out of nowhere, he gets like a little thing on his car saying, like, have you ever been sick? And he starts thinking about it. No, I've never been sick. And so he visits the guy, and the guy's like, I think that you're the opposite of me. I grew up, like, very breakable, very susceptible to illness. I think that there's somebody out there the opposite of me. And the guy just didn't want to believe it. And he's just like, embrace it. Like, you need to, like, think about, like, what else can you be capable of. And then by the end of the movie, the guy's like, if he brushes up against somebody, he can see, like, the worst thing that they've done in their life, basically, and, like, decide, like, vigilante wise, like, do I need to deal with this person? And at the end of the movie, like, he sees that this guy's kidnapped these kids, put them in a house, and he saves the kids that have been kidnapped or whatever, and he embraces becoming a hero. It's like a subtle hero movie, basically.
Right.
Really good.
Very
And at
grounded
the
and
end
like
of the
slow
movie,
build.
like I said, you can tell what the person's worst deeds are by touching them.
Right.
He's like, thank you for helping me embrace, like, who I am. And, like, Samuel Jackson's like, I'm glad that I can get you there. And, like, they shake hands.
Right.
And when they shake hands, he sees that the
sees it.
train accident was caused by Samuel L. Jackson. A mudslide was caused by Samuel L. Jackson. He put a hotel on fire. He's been trying to find this guy by killing people. And so, like, the setup was so good, and, like, then, like, the scene, and I was like, oh my god! And then the last movie's fucking Cheeks. So my question to you guys is: have you ever gone to a movie where you were super excited to see a movie, and then you were just like, fuck, this movie sucks? I'll give you a second to think about it because the last movie you saw was in '97. So.
I know, literally.
I would probably say this is kind of a boring one, but Spider-Man 3.
Okay.
Because the first two were so
The
good.
Ramy ones.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that one was Cheeks. Yeah.
Yeah,
The one with Venom.
Yeah.
Yeah, Topher Grace's Venom.
Venom, Sandman,
Yeah.
Paul from down the road, Jimmy John from Jimmy John's. You know, had too many fucking villains, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that movie sucked ass. Okay. Did you think of one? No, it's all good. I put
I'm
you on the spot, and you're not a
sorry,
cinephile.
yeah.
So we're gonna let Brandon fill in if he has one in his head.
Yeah, this is a really random one, but I always think of
Useless.
John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell did their first movie back together in forever, Sherlock and Watson.
Oh, I heard
Oh,
that.
that
Dude,
looks
It's one of
such
the worst
bad
that looks
reviews
reviews.
bad.
I've seen in my life, and I saw it in like a sold-out theater on Christmas Eve, like it was a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
And you could tell the theater was like excited to see it, and you could just feel that everyone was like, "This blows!" Like
Damn.
it felt like watching a comic bomb. Like
Yeah.
everyone was like, "This
Sucks.
sucks."
That
Damn.
Full House got coal.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. Well, I honestly I never saw that movie because of the reviews, so I'm sorry you experienced
Don't
it.
watch it.
on Christmas Eve.
So it's not even. There's not a redeeming quality about it.
Okay.
It's so bad.
Oh,
That's
this
fair.
is so telling about my family. We grew up watching like movies like Talladega Nights and Super Troopers and stuff when we would go
Yeah.
like hunting and camping or whatever.
Yeah.
And I like hearing how bad the new Super Troopers was
Yeah.
made me really sad
Yeah, it
because I
was-
can
it was
quote
good.
along the first one
Yeah, the
and
first
I
one's
like
great.
didn't even want to see the second one because I
of the
heard it
word
was
of
so
mouth.
bad.
Yeah. No.
Those guys have the best movies, like for the most part. Like
Oh, the guys that are behind Super Troopers.
Broken Lizard.
Yeah.
the Lizard, yeah.
Club Dread's pretty funny.
I haven't seen that.
It's like their slasher, but it's
Okay.
like also very 80s like
Okay.
comedy.
Okay.
The Slammin' Salmon, so funny.
Never heard
They
of it.
work in a restaurant,
Okay.
and Michael Clark Duncan is their like manager who used to be a boxer,
Okay.
and he's just completely unhinged and just yells at them for no reason sometimes.
Okay.
It's a super funny movie.
All right. I
uh,
see the trailer. I mean, the poster for it. Okay.
Yeah, the poster doesn't look great. It looks pretty cheap, but you will seriously not laugh harder.
Well, I mean, I like Michael Clark Duncan, so.
Oh, it's
Rest
one
in
of his
peace.
last movies too. He's such a
Oh,
treat
that's
in
so
that movie.
sad.
I will say their best movie.
I'd be so sad. What was his last movie in his IMDb catalog? It was
The
actually
Slammin'
Salmon. It's
Salmon.
like, Jesus Christ. All
Beer
right.
Fest as
So,
well too.
so the thing about this is it's tidbits, so we have to do the hard cutoff on my topic. We're gonna go to yours.
Okay,
What's your first topic?
my first topic is wrestling. I've been
Okay.
into wrestling.
Oh yeah, WrestleMania is coming up this weekend. You got nothing to
Yeah.
contribute again, huh?
Huh?
Do you like wrestling? Oh, you said that
Oh,
you,
I
you
like-
grew up with like hunting and stuff. So it's a
Yeah,
good
no,
cross section.
my brother used to watch wrestling.
Okay,
and
okay.
I
Nice,
like MMA
nice.
stuff. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
was he a
Who was your
fan of-
favorite wrestler, or
He
who
liked
was his?
WWE.
Okay.
Nice.
Do you remember
Yeah.
who his favorite wrestler was?
I remember he liked The Undertaker because my dad
That's a good one to
actually
pick.
like met him on an airplane or some shit one
Yeah.
time, and my brother thought it was like so cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's also amazing. Well, okay.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna say about it though?
I just think it's great.
Okay.
It's,
I just want to talk about it, bro.
Vince McMahon's like out of the picture, and the production of wrestling has like skyrocketed.
Okay.
They got rid of really stupid, unnecessary camera angle changes. There's
Okay.
a lot of like long takes.
Okay.
There's like
We were
so-
both at the Royal Rumble recently about a year ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the
took my
beginning
nephew to that.
when Vince left.
Okay.
He came back for a period, and I almost quit watching it again because
Okay. I know that he did come back for a second. Yeah.
yeah.
Apparently that guy was out here on some Epstein-esque shit where he was like out here.
Oh, he was fucking
putting-
up too.
He's
Yeah,
rich
putting-
enough to just pay people off, so he just does what
Yeah.
he wants. He's like, oh, we don't have to see each other in court. Here's like $2 million, and then he pays
Yeah.
half of it.
No, yeah. Apparently, like Brock Lesnar signed on, and part of him signing on was like he got to hook up with some lady, and he's like said that's it's gonna happen, whatever, and then like he made it happen basically, but like not everyone was necessarily.
Damn.
Yeah, he didn't
about
pay her what he promised.
it. Okay, is
And,
that what it was? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he was supposed to give her
Bro,
like,
just
a
what?
few million.
That's why he got caught is because he didn't pay her.
Yeah.
What a fucking idiot!
Seriously though,
That's all you had to do.
all you needed to do is
He's had some
literally worth
integrity.
cash,
Just-
bro.
He's like worth $1 billion.
Yeah, isn't that ridiculous? That's like the tax evasion shit with like Scarface. It's like that's what took him down.
He's
You
almost.
fucking-
He's also like almost 80. So
Yeah.
like, what are you hoarding all these billions for that you could just give like pay the $3 million for your hush money?
or just offer her $2 million. She would have taken it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
offer them.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. Well, who's your favorite wrestler of all time?
Man, of all time, I kind of like The Rock a lot.
Okay.
Just because he's got
Are you
good
liking him
promos.
being back?
I didn't like what they were starting to do, but I
Okay.
think that was just part of the story.
Yeah.
Because he was like,
He was just gonna cut in and take Cody. I
Yeah,
follow.
'cause Cody
I don't
earned that
I don't
match.
watch, but I follow. You know.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I'm
this
gonna
is
watch
stupid.
WrestleMania though. It's WrestleMania.
I was like, we want Roman to stop having the
You're not
fucking
watching-
belt.
He's had it for like fucking 4 years now or some shit.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know how you're a fan of wrestling when somebody has a like that's insane. Like when I see that stat when what I grew up with when I was watching it during the Attitude Era and the belt would like switch at least at the longest 6 months it would be about, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody like going undefeated for 4 years is fucking insane to me. I
Yeah,
don't care if
that's
they're
crazy.
cheating. Like I don't care if you're cheating. Like everyone cheats here and there. Like eventually you get got. Like, this is insane. So if Cody doesn't win this WrestleMania, I'm done. All right, let's go. Yeah.
It also ran for me as Scott Hall.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to the bad guy.
And if I'm 10 years old, it's Goldberg.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. I actually remember ordering the pay-per-view where he lost his first fight. Do you know who Goldberg is?
No.
This is the guy that was like, he was like a terrible wrestler. None of his matches lasted more than like 3 minutes, but he was like a shit brick house that would go out there and beat the shit out of the guy and pin him. He had the longest streak. He won like 130 matches without losing.
Yeah.
And in the match that he finally lost, me and my brother ordered the pay-per-view, and they fucking tased him and shit. They do like a power bomb. And like, even, this shows you how dominant he was. He got tased and power bombed, and we still thought he was going to kick out. And when he did kick out, the whole crowd was like, what the? What do you think was more shocking, him losing or when Undertaker lost at WrestleMania?
I think Undertaker losing at WrestleMania to
You
Brock.
should, like, real quick, like, can you pull up on TikTok, guy reacts to Undertaker losing at WrestleMania? This shit is fucking...
I mean, you're gonna have to give me a minute.
No, you're good. You're good.
But yeah, when I was a kid, he was so fucking cool because you didn't see guys just win matches in 2 minutes, just destroying people.
No, yeah.
Now it's when you're an adult and watch it, you're like, oh, they're doing this because he doesn't have endurance for more than 3 minutes. So to have him do that to wrestlers whose character don't matter, like they're just nobodies that he destroys.
You can job him,
yeah.
But then, like, when he started, like, I remember, like,
when he wrestled real wrestlers,
the first match it was
flawed.
William Regal, basically, right? That's the
Yeah.
match. Like, he basically went up against a guy who's really good, and he looked terrible. And they were like, all right, this isn't gonna last. You know? So, but your first top. Wait, did you find the Undertaker? Here we go. Here it is. Oh. That's fine. Just show that. That's funny. It's just his picture. But like when he lost, like it zoomed in on that guy, and like he was just so apoplectic. You could just see.
He's so upset.
And he's Undertaker's not even his favorite wrestler because he's not even wearing an Undertaker shirt.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's a Daniel Bryan shirt.
But okay, appreciate it, Brandon. All right. So, what's your first topic?
Oh man, do you guys like to do like adventurous type stuff, like
what do you consider adventurous?
Like zip lining or skydiving, or because there's levels to it.
Look at
there's
these
levels
arms.
to it. I don't know.
Look at his body. Look at these arms.
I don't know. Like, for example, there was a guy on Gen V that just died on a motorcycle, and I'm just like, could it be me? Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah.
So I mean, I would go skydiving before I go bungee jumping.
So here's my dilemma, because I have gone bungee jumping and I never thought I would do it until I was like in the position and I was like, fuck it, I have to do this.
Okay. How'd it go?
It was great. It was so fun.
Okay.
Yeah, like,
it
but it was great.
Have you seen Fresh Prince?
I mean, I'm here. I lived, but now like that friend that I went with has been trying to get me to go skydiving, and I'm like so scared of it. I feel
like that would be honestly a little bit easier to do, just because like you almost feel like you're floating, not floating, but you know what I mean. Like it's just like
there is free fall at first though.
Yeah, for sure. Like, but when you're falling for so long that I feel like there's a point of acclimation to it. You know what I mean?
You see my hands getting like
Unless
sweaty.
Just doesn't open. Then it's
I don't know. I guess I was just gonna ask if you guys ever like do stuff like that and how you talk yourselves back into it, because I feel like as I do more of the things, I get more scared.
I remember.
You have to just do it.
Yeah.
Because I used to jump off bridges, like that had really like deep water. In
I love
near our
doing
neighborhoods.
that.
We do that in the summer, and some of the comics will sometimes rent like a yacht in Austin.
Yeah.
Go in Lake Travis or whatever, and they have like the 2-story ones that they open the gate and you're like it's like a 25-foot drop into the water, and usually me and 3 other comics are usually the only ones to do it.
Okay.
I did a head dive into one and it was like awful.
You know that blob from
you should go to my TikTok, and one of my first ones is me jumping off of the boat. It became a pretty funny video. It's my most viral one. There we go. It's the first one.
Fucking sound, dude.
I tried to like dive, but something fucked up in my timing, and I just like
I was about to say, was that the dive? Because that wasn't a dive,
that
bro.
Was so funny.
It was almost a belly flop, and I
like
hit my head straight.
Do you watch
into
Shogun?
It sucked, huh?
Do you watch Shogun?
I should,
There's
but
like
I
a
don't.
there's like a subtle scene where he's teaching the guy how to dive because like no one knows how to dive. They just jump in the water. So he's like, "What are you doing?" And he's just like, "I'll show you," or whatever. But he makes him show him like 50 fucking times. It's pretty funny. The scariest thing I remember, I didn't really like roller coasters until I was like around 17ish.
Yeah.
So a little later. Yeah. And I remember I got off the roller coaster. My brother wasn't there, and I was like, I gotta tell my brother I did this, right? And I couldn't reach him because my phone wasn't on me anymore.
Oh,
so yeah,
no,
it
that
was
sucks.
epic fail. Epic
That
fail.
sucks.
I almost died on a Ferris wheel.
How?
I was like 11, and my mom took me
This
to
guy has the most like it was terrible like ad. I was like, I almost died.
So
And then she said, "Ew." You're like, Jesus.
So I was like 11, and my mom took me to a goofy golf course that also had like really small like fairground like little rides.
Yeah.
And one of them,
Sus.
huh?
Sus.
Yeah. And one of them was a Ferris wheel, and instead of like it just had like a bar that was supposed to like twist and it clamped and it would hold you in. I was like all the way at the top, and there was like maybe 11 of them, so there was a big space for me being at the top. Friggin' latch comes undone and goes forward, and it's one that rocks. And I was just like so fucking still, and I fucking came off that thing crying. I was
like you were like the next day. Have you ever like tensed so hard and the next
Yeah.
day like you're almost
You're
sore?
sore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like your muscles just tensed so fucking like
Yeah.
next level. Oh
yeah,
my
I
God.
realized I had muscles the next day.
There's
Because
something
of how tensed
there.
up I
Found
was.
There's something there. There's
Found
something.
him.
All right, so
You
so
ever-
yeah, no, I haven't done much of that stuff. We only get one life to live. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make it
Yeah.
last. So,
For sure.
all right, can you bring up the clip that I asked you for before the show? All right, so I want you guys to watch this and then say your opinion on it. Okay.
I just finished my date, and I am so embarrassed. I'm not gonna cry. Yeah, I'm not gonna cry. I'm sorry, guys. I just had to clean myself up a little bit. He came, and so the whole thing is we went to this restaurant he wanted to go to, and it was a little too expensive, but I don't know. I asked my sister for money, so we went. I had this dress on, and I changed because I just had this dress on and everything, and I had my hair out, like, you know, guys, I cut it, but it wasn't like this. I had it parted a little bit, and so I went in, and he was like looking around, like, oh, like he was looking for somebody else, and I was like, okay, I'm like, hey, I'm Tia, and then he was like, Tia, I'm like, yeah, it's for me from BLK, and then he was like looking confused, and he told me to sit down, so I sat down. I smiled, and he didn't smile back at me. And then he was like, I don't look like my pictures.
Oh.
I do look like my pictures. I don't Photoshop anything. I tell everything how it is. I'm going to insert out of the end of the video the picture I put in. And he was like, you know, just being so quiet through the meal and all that. He didn't even want to pay. I said, hey, I didn't bring my money with me. And then he eventually paid, and then now he sent me a request to pay for the food. And that's not, I just don't understand. Why are men like this? Men are evil.
So I will say, before we say anything, I want to preface,
Back at
going
me.
down the rabbit hole of her profile a little bit, like, I feel like there might be a spectrum situation possibly going on with her.
Okay.
But what do y'all think about this situation?
I mean, it's not like she made herself skinnier in the picture.
That's
she,
for sure.
Yeah,
she just
she didn't
looks
do
better
anything
in
like
the picture
that.
than
For
she
sure.
does in the video.
So this is what people are kind of like, the discourse has been, is this is an example of filter fish, not catfish.
Yeah.
And I've had this like one time happen
Because
for
like
me.
also like the video was taken from down here. She's not wearing makeup.
Mhm. Yeah, it's
The
not a
photo
flattering
is
position.
here
Yeah,
in
yeah.
makeup with different lighting. Like,
Yeah.
she definitely looks different.
She's
in the
glammed
photo,
up
though.
for sure.
Yeah,
for
like,
sure. So if you're gonna put this on your profile,
Show up like that to the date.
show up dressed up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That being said, I've had that happen where somebody showed up where like they didn't look anything like their photos. And this is like when filters were kind of new. So like
Yeah.
like this was like, I want to say like, what is it, like 2012-ish? I guess.
I've had so many guys tell me that this is just the guy end of the problem always is the girls are using like older photos of them or
Yeah.
heavily photoshopped or edited or
a thing.
filtered.
It's a thing.
I think it evens out. Guys lie about their height and their weight.
Yeah, I would say like
It evens out.
Any-
It's all about perspective.
like any. I don't like dating apps that much, but like the few dates that I've gone on through them, like they've looked how they look on their photos pretty much.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, like they looked taller in their photos than I thought. Or like it just was like, oh, I thought your photo was cute, but
How tall
whatever
are
this
you?
vibe isn't it. You know, like I was attracted to your photo, but now I'm not really into
It's not the
this.
same in person.
Pheromones
Yeah.
or something, whatever.
Yeah, but here's the thing with that.
I'm
I feel
5'7",
yeah,
so that
okay,
also
yeah,
like,
that's a factor. Then on some level,
yeah.
if you don't want to date guys shorter, then that literally takes off a demographic for you. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You
well,
are
because
taller.
some short guys don't want to date a girl taller than them either. You
Okay,
know, so
really?
it's like,
If I was short, I'd be a short king. Okay.
Man, imagine being that insecure.
Well, I mean, it's
My wife can just about bench press me. I fucking love it.
No, yeah. I don't get. I remember one time when I first moved to Austin, I was like over in the Westlake area, and I was doing Instacart, and I cut this guy off a little bit and pulled in to try to like get into this neighborhood, and I see him immediately turning in with me, so I pull over immediately. I'm just like, bro, my bad. I'm sorry. Like he's like, no, fuck that, and he's just being super belligerent. This guy, I swear to God, like he's Hispanic, like 5'5" at the most,
right.
just talking the most shit. And I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm working right now. And
Right.
he's like, well, you a little bitch, and I was like, I guess I'm a bitch then. Like I don't know what to tell you. And so
yeah,
like,
because how tall are you?
I'm 6'3", and I
Yeah,
wrestled
to
from 4.
5'5",
I wrestled
yeah.
from 4 until 18. I coached wrestling. Like I can handle myself.
Right.
But that being said, we live in Texas, and I'm in Westlake. If I whoop your ass and you go to your car and then you shoot me, you're gonna get to go home.
Yeah.
Okay, like this. So it's just
You gotta
ridiculous.
really pick and choose your
You gotta pick and
Yeah,
choose your battles. You know
100%.
what I mean? And also, like, I'm not that violent of a person. If I'm beating someone in a fight, I just want to hold them down and be like, we're done, right? Other people, if they get you on the ground, they want to fuck you up. They want to kick your fucking face in. You know.
So speaking of this topic, I want to go over something I watched the other day.
Okay, you want this to just be your second topic because we are on your turn right now.
Okay,
No,
sure.
do it. Yeah, do it. Fuck it. Pivot. We can
Okay.
pivot. There's no fucking syllabus.
Okay, so I
I
watched
really
a
like this.
video. It didn't have sound, but it was two men fighting on a sidewalk.
Okay.
One shirtless, seemed pretty drunk or like wasted.
Okay.
The other guy looked like he loved anime and was 45. Wore a muscle shirt. It was a really weird sparring session.
Yeah.
But basically, the shirtless guy was getting his ass handed to him, got pushed against the car, started getting like pummeled against the car, and he's like, all right. And as he's like still got his arms up, the other dude just like braces, steps back, and just kicks him in the ribs from behind, and you can see the ribs crack from outside shirtless. And I'm like, yo, what did he
Do
do
you
to
deserve that?
He didn't
Yeah.
deserve that.
Okay,
Like,
so
yeah.
that was quick. You can
'cause-
go with your actual topic.
There it is.
No, I don't want to see this. That if his ribs are gonna get cracked,
I thought he was in a muscle shirt. I misremembered it.
this guy's fighting.
This is
Like,
the type of shit.
this guy
people
looks at the
send me.
Notre Dame. How did you find this, Brandon?
I just kept typing in words he said, like shirtless. The rib kick is what found it.
I'm sorry.
This guy's doing the most. I don't want it.
See, like he's about to throw his hands up, be like, "I'm."
Bro, what the fuck is your problem?
Jeez, dude.
Now he had to, if he said something really racist or fucked up beforehand and deserved that, I
Yeah.
get it. But like he said, I give up.
Yeah, like he's no longer a combatant. But you know,
Yeah.
everyone
you
will take
take
it.
a lap after that rib
Yeah.
kick was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone will take it to a different place. Do your topic, man. That wasn't too long. My bad. But
No, it's cool.
Yeah.
I just was like, is that fair?
No, I mean, that's the thing. If you decide to fight somebody just because where you want to take it isn't necessarily where they're willing to take it. So
yeah.
some
Yeah,
people
I
are willing
think-
to fucking take your life.
I think people that don't, I mean, I don't know what kind of experience they have in fighting, but it's like,
Didn't look like much.
yeah, so it's like, I think it's similar to any type of violence, though. It's like if you don't have exposure to some sort of violence or like what that does to someone, when
Yeah.
you get into an actual fight, you're just going to go all out and you're going to end up accidentally killing someone.
Yeah.
Like that could have punctured any organs
Yeah.
too, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
And the guy had already yielded, so if something bad comes out of that, that doesn't look good for
No.
the guy
yeah.
that did the kick.
People
Yeah.
just like don't understand how fragile the
stakes.
body can be.
We're bags of
Like,
flesh.
yeah,
Okay? Like, it's
like-
crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my topic was I didn't know if it had to be like a news thing.
Anything.
I've just been playing a lot of Soulsborne games.
Okay.
And
Are those like the whatchamacallit,
like Dark Souls,
Elden
Elden Ring.
Yeah, those games. Fuck those games. I don't. no, those are for crash outs that just want to like fight the same person 15 times. I can't do it. Like basically, these games are known for how hard they are.
Yeah,
So
I've
then for
heard of
people like
them.
him.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, bring it on. Like no, like mercy, please,
Nah.
mercy.
They change you, dude. Like no, because they make you, they activate something in you that you keep getting close to like overcoming something really hard, and you just get used to that cycle of like, all right, it took me 8 tries to take him out, but now all these things that were tough don't seem tough anymore.
Okay.
So it forces you to like quote unquote get good.
Yeah.
But it makes you be that way towards shit in life too. It's like, okay, I fucked up this interview. What did I do wrong? Next interview, I won't say that shit.
Okay.
Doing
Damn, you
shit.
just keep applying it to life and shit. Okay.
And most games don't do that.
No, yeah. Well, look, again, you're talking to a guy that when I'm playing a game, I'm here for the story, and if the game's making me getting a little bit too many game overs, guess what's going to happen? Easy. All right, I'm switching it to easy.
No easy mode.
No. It's very rare that happens, but
Right.
I'm trying to think the last one that happened for me. It was. I'm not proud to say this honestly because I don't know if my friend David's going to hear this or not, but it was Jedi Survivor. I was fighting the final boss, and it was fucking ridiculous. Like, it was impossible. Is what I'd like to say. So I was like, fuck this. And so I put in the work on easy, though. Beat the shit out of him. Beat the shit. I look like a fucking, like, Jedi Knight.
Okay.
No other way to put it. I was not a Padawan. It was on easy, okay?
Yeah, I've been playing Bloodborne. I got it for a good price, and I already beat it, but I didn't play the DLC because I didn't pay for it.
Okay.
But this time I did.
I did that with The Witcher 3.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
My wife tried playing The Witcher 3. She played it for like
I know
3
all the
hours.
names.
What's the last game that you played?
Dude, I played video games when I was a kid, but they were
Okay.
literally like kid ones.
Like
all
N64?
the, yeah, all the the
Okay.
Mario parties
have a lot of old
and Mario
systems
Karts.
too, right?
But I liked
Mhm. Yeah.
Spyro and like Crash Bandicoot
Okay,
type
yeah, hell
shit,
yeah,
like
yeah.
those types of
She
Those
games.
are
likes the
good,
Naughty
yeah.
Dog games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are good. I what systems do you have?
I've got
You're like, well.
got Game Gear, Game Boy, Game Boy SP. I've got PS2, PlayStation, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox Series S.
You have GameCube?
Yeah, got a GameCube, got a
Yeah.
Wii,
You got a
got a
Super
Sega
Nintendo?
Saturn, Super Nintendo,
All right,
NES, Dreamcast.
I think Dreamcast is the most underrated system of all time.
that and the GameCube. I think they both are like in that weird period of gaming where 3D games were like either awkward or just getting good.
Yeah.
And they're
I just
like
remember
That's a
really
really
Dreamcast
good way to
you
put it.
could
We
play.
had a GameCube, and I loved that shit.
Dream-
I played
Yeah.
Frogger on that a lot
Oh, yeah.
too.
Hell yeah.
I loved that shit.
I love that it had a lunchbox.
Yeah, like,
so
yeah,
funny.
like
As soon as you said like
familiarity.
the really terrible 3D, I was like, yeah, Frogger, fuck
We
that.
played like
Like,
the same exact games. Every game you've named were games I grew up playing.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
The main
No,
ones
no,
I
yeah. When you
played,
said
so
Crash
funny.
Bandicoot, I saw him in the back like,
That was like my favorite, and Spyro. And they did just the other day I saw a picture when they did the crossover one where they go into each
Yes.
other's worlds and shit.
dude,
Those
so
are great. Those
fun.
are great.
Yeah, I love that
he's
shit.
like, is like gas. That's all you need to
Top
know.
tier.
All right. That's all you need to know. All right. So what's your final?
Oh wait, real quick, sorry.
Okay,
I
yeah.
found out why they were fighting.
Why?
So first off, it was in Richmond, Virginia, and the guy who breaks the guy's ribs. So like the guy who was clothed got home from work and parked his scooter, and that other guy, the shirtless guy, was drunk and yelled at him for, they said, around an hour, and called him every racial slur in the book, even though
Okay,
they're
well.
both white.
Upon further review,
Well, still, justice is justice, all right?
That's why he woos when he leg kicks him and breaks his ribs, because he was just like, yes,
this guy.
fuck you. I'm on this guy's side 100%. And apparently the video's going viral saying he's a Jeff Goldblum lookalike in the video. That's what it came up with on every other
That's
article
funny.
was
Dude.
Jeff Goldblum
damn.
lookalike.
So this happened really recently then.
That's so
This
funny.
happened on no
4 years ago.
4
Okay,
years
4
ago,
okay.
yeah.
Jesus.
But I think enough people started sharing.
Don't
it
bring
that
Jeff
it's more
Goldblum into
frequent.
this.
That's.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
that must be a terrible side of being
Yeah,
a
if it was
celebrity.
actually.
Oh yeah, the comparison.
It's like just like someone does some crazy shit and they're like, oh, he looks like Jeff though. That's
like, fuck. No.
If
All right.
Jeff would have done that, he would kick him like, oh.
All right, your turn.
I want to talk about travel. Do you guys travel ever or like?
Yeah, I haven't the last few years, but I.
Yeah.
travel, yeah.
What's like one of your favorite places you've ever been?
Do you want to go first?
I can also
sure.
start if you don't have one off
No,
the top
no.
of
Are
your
you
head.
talking now or ever?
Ever?
Man, I used to love going to Navarre Beach in Florida.
Mm.
Either that or Gulf Shores, Alabama. Both of those, like that was like our vacation area when I lived
Yeah.
in Mississippi.
Okay.
Navarre Beach had the coolest fucking Holiday Inn. They had like a 90-year-old parrot in the lobby. And it was
How long
two.
do parrots live for? I don't even know.
They live.
they're
Look it up,
forever.
Brandon. Parrot life expectancy. It's like,
and-
huh? What? No.
So it was 2 stories, and it was like indoor with a balcony,
Okay.
so you could step out of your room
5 to 15 years.
and like watch people swim. It had a
Okay.
movie theater that played VHS movies for kids and adults.
Okay.
It had
That
an
tells you the time
arcade.
frame, by the way.
Right.
Yeah,
VHS
for
movie.
yeah.
sure.
This was easily like 97 or 98 last
Okay.
time I went, so I was like
Okay.
10 or 11. And it also had a pizza place,
Okay.
an outside pool, and there was just the beach right outside. It had like every vacation thing I loved in one place.
Okay, so it may not be the favorite place I got to, but my favorite vacation, I'd say, was it was a cruise that went. It was because it was the people I was with, probably.
Right.
So like, I will say I enjoy traveling by myself too. I see that you do.
I
that,
do too.
so,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I really do. I mean, honestly, it's underrated. Like,
It's so nice
doing
because you
stuff
do
in
whatever
general
you want.
by yourself. Like, go to a movie by yourself. Just do stuff by yourself. You know.
Yeah.
But so it was me, my brother, and then 2 close friends, and then went to the Bahamas and Jamaica, basically.
Oh,
And
nice.
so like, that was a lot of fun. Like, just the whole trip was dope. So,
Yeah.
like just the memories from that come to
Yeah.
mind first. What about yourself?
I got to study abroad in Italy, and I would
Okay.
say like I love Europe in general. I've
Yeah.
been lucky enough to get to go to quite a few places over there, but like just that, like because again, you're
Which
with a
city
group
would
of
you
friends.
pick the most?
Well, I would say if you're gonna go to Italy and make one your home base, I lived in Florence, and that's a really good
you
one
know
to
what's
do
funny?
because it's central enough to everything else.
Yeah, that's one of those cities that's literally, I'd say, if
So
it's not
underrated.
number one, it is number one for me to want to go to because one of my favorite eras of history is the Renaissance.
They house 30% of all of the world's great works of art in Florence.
Yeah.
Like it's so underrated in terms of just because anytime you ask someone where do you want to go, they say like
No, yeah.
they say Rome
yeah.
or Tuscany in general,
Yeah.
not necessarily Florence. And it's like, no, you got to go there. But yeah, I think of all just the stupid shit. Like anytime I'm in Europe, I don't tell people I'm American. I say I'm Texan because they like you way better. And like it's just so personified. And like, I remember being with my friends on one of the trains in Italy one time. There was this group of super drunk Scottish guys like around the same age as ours. And they're just being drunk in Scottish, which is so fun. They're singing and whatever. And then they started talking to us and they were like, oh, you guys are from Texas. We love country music. Tom Petty's the best. And like that's just kind of what it's like to
Tom
talk
Petty.
to European. Yeah, it's so
Wow.
fun. I
All
love
right.
that shit.
That's what's up. That's
Yeah.
What's up. No, yeah. I for a couple, my earliest memories are in Japan. We lived in Japan for a second.
Oh
but,
damn.
Oh,
like,
that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
but
really
like
cool.
again, like it's all like it's not like the memories aren't like the kimonos were on the
Right.
like, like it was nothing cultural. It was like playing in the backyard. And,
Yeah.
like I'm a Ninja Turtle. Like, you know, like shit like that. So, but it was definitely still like cool that we traveled a lot. Like my parents are really big on like our education and whatnot. So they would like in the summers we'd usually go places, usually transcontinentally.
Yeah.
Growing up, but still like Mexico was pretty dope when we went to Cozumel. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, guys,
That's cool.
that is the episode.
Hell yeah.
Do you
Hell
guys have
yeah.
anything that
We
you want to
covered a lot
plug
today.
real quick? You go first, Derek. Anything that you want to plug?
Yeah, I've got my show this Friday. I don't know when this comes out.
Well, just in general, if it's a repeating show, and like so.
Every other Friday, tilted at Pinballs in Cedar Park. It's 9 p.m. Different lineup every time. It's my show. You should come.
Yes, Pinball's like the game place. It's in the back room. It's a pretty dope venue. All right, Allison, anything you want?
I have Litty Titty Tuesdays, second and fourth Tuesdays at the Creek in the Cave in downtown Austin. I'm starting a new show called Deja Vu Comedy that's coming soon, and then you can follow me at Alliwo, ALLIWO.
All right, guys. Thank you again for doing the show. This is Tidbits and Randomness as usual. Thank you for listening to the podcast. You have so many options, so we appreciate you checking out this one. I'm Winston Dean. Have a great night or day or whatever time it is that you're listening to this. All right, thanks.
Dun, dun, dun.